We always want to try to tie it up with the tail upwind. It just makes it a lot easier. Once the fish is completely dead, then you can go ahead and take out the mouth line, leave it attached by the tail because that makes it easier to control. To start fillet, you're going to start at the tail, you're going to cut the skin up the backbone all the way to the head and then come back at an angle right behind the dorsal fin and then miss the belly and then slide right down the bottom. And we'll go ahead and cut the skin first. Okay, we've cut up the back. Now we've cut all the way to the top of the head. There's a lot of meat there, so you don't want to leave that behind. And then we're going to come right behind the dorsal fin. And then when you get to the belly, this is where all the intestines are, so you want to kind of flatten your knife and miss that part, but get all the belly meat. And then come right down to the bottom of the spine and bring your knife right along the back. Then once you get to the tail, you want to leave the tail attached. That just makes it easier to deal with. So once you've got the skin cut, come up here to the top and you pull loose the skin. You can usually just pull back a flap of skin and just pull the skin right loose from the fish, leaving nothing but a nice fillet. Once you've got the skin off, you can see you have a nice fillet here. Get the knife, and then what you want to do is run your knife parallel to the backbone. We're going to run the knife parallel to the backbone up here and then parallel to the spine down here. And when you do it, when you run your knife parallel, you'll kind of feel the joints in the spine, and that's how you know you've cut deep enough. You can kind of feel the tip of the knife clicking on the joints in the backbone. And then go ahead and make your cut a little deeper here, and then bring it above the belly and try to avoid the intestines. And there's the rib bones there that you want to try to avoid. Then flatten your knife out and bring it along the bottom. Once you've got that done, then just go ahead and cut it across at the tail and then pull back. And if you've done it right, the meat, you should just be able to run your knife right along the backbone here and just pop the entire fillet loose. See, I've cut a little bit deep here on this one. Just want to go ahead and leave that behind. And what you're left with is a very nice mahi fillet. We'll go ahead and section this up in 2 or 4 person pieces and put it in individual Ziploc bags. And we're going to have a nice fresh mahi steak this evening, and then we'll have mahi for some time to go.